glad to be with y'all again. Right now, Aja's behind the camera, so you guys don't see her. So if you hear her voice, you know she's behind the camera. Right now, we are waiting on... First of all, I just want to say thank you guys for even participating with me every week. I appreciate the fact that you guys take time out to look at the videos that I put up, you know. I mean, you don't have to do that. And I always try to give the part of me that I know can help build a greater awareness of ourselves when I'm talking, because that's what me and Aj is about. We're about coming to the reality that we are the ones that create within ourselves who we want to be. So, you know, that's what we all about. So, but today, I'm sitting here waiting for my nephew, Izeal, and my sister, Saama. You know, they like being fashionably late, I guess. You know, it's just part of...
CP time.
Yeah, it's just part of that idea that really don't serve us at all, because either you say you're gonna be someplace, be there. If you're not gonna be there, just say I'm not gonna be there. I'll be there when I get there. You know, but we say things, we make commitments, and then we don't keep the commitment. We have to learn how to keep the commitments that we speak out of our mouth. If we say things that we don't perform, then how do you think that make individuals view you? Because when people tell me something over and over again, and I see that they're not actively performing the things that they say, then when they say something, it don't mean nothing to me. You know, I mean, it don't really mean anything to anybody, because all we have is what we say. Because what we say directly affects our lives. It goes into this universe. Trust me. It's nothing that you say don't matter. Everything you speak out your mouth matters. That's why it's so important to be mindful of what you're speaking, because your speech is your life. I hope you guys can grasp what I'm saying, and you know, I mean, it's really that basic and that simple. The less we say, the better off we are.
We used to say on the East Coast, word is bond.
Right.
Like, say word. Word
and
is bond.
The less words you say, the less bonds you got to keep.
Yeah.
I mean, real. Because, you know, we so loose with our lips. And we got to be, you know, we trying to move forward. We are people who's supposed to be an example to the world as to what it is to express this humanity that we're living in right now, and the power that is generated from us being who we are. And we're not displaying that. And it's sad to me. That's why I stay away from everybody. Why? Because I know what we really represent as beings, not just, oh, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever little career you think you have, that pales in comparison to what you are. You are an exact replica of the universe that everything is a part of. The earth is just a very small, minute part of it, and think of where we are on the earth. So imagine you can say, microscopicness of our very existence, and yet it's connected to everything. That's what makes us unique, different, and powerful. But we don't seek after those things. We seek, like I said, we want to get, you know, $1,600 tennis shoes and go around and put your leg up and go, yeah, man, these are such and such, or these are such and such. That is ridiculous. How is your life? What power are you generating from your life to where you can look at yourself and go, man, I got to generate more? When you look at yourself and you go, if you want to generate more of what you see in yourself for real, by all means, be that. You know, because I see it all the time. And I found myself content with where I'm at. Why do I say that? Because I don't have to deal with nothing. I deal with them puppies that my dog had, and it's a bunch of puppies, and that takes a lot of work. And I'm not the one doing it all the time. It's just when I have to do it, it's a lot of work. And then you think about dealing with people. Oh my goodness, puppies, they listen, you say set. They set when you got food in your hand. They have something, it's always something that you can use to help them to respond to what you want. With us as human beings, there ain't nothing. Because we all have different things that we think that we want. But the reality is, the thing that is most pressing for us is to unravel the truth about what we are on this planet. Everything else pales in comparison, okay? Why do I say that? Because as we start unraveling the truth of what we are while we're here, then we start displaying power. Who don't want to be powerful? People believe that money is a source of power. Money ain't no source of power. If money was a source of power, all those folks that's rich, that die of stupid-ass diseases like everybody else, they would be able to offset that because of what? Their money represents power, but their money don't represent power. Power is not given because of something that you have. Power is given because of something that you are. And when we realize what we are, look, money pales in comparison. Money never becomes an issue. Why? Because you can manifest that. Why? Because you understand that all this is subjected to you, and you are subjected to it likewise. We run around here like we think we own everything and are the end all and be all of everything when we are not. What this consciousness is, we are such a small part. And yet, when we act, it acts with us. When we talk, it gives no response. Why? Who are you in the face of all this infinite power to move it? Folks that I talk about, I'm praying that God would do this. Man, God don't care about your prayer. All God care about is that you act out of what you was revealed. The knowledge that was given, when you act upon that, then the whole universe acts with you. But when we act out of our stupidity, and when I say stupidity, I'm talking about the stupidity that we learn from growing in a society that was not geared to bring us awareness. It was geared to make us into little robots. So, that's where the knowledge of death comes in. You got to die to what you believe you are. You got to die to that image. I used to believe I was Baby A at one time. I was running around, trying to call myself hard. And yet, I was just as stupid as you can be. Yet, I had to go through that why so that I can help others come through. Why? Because I've been there. You can't have nobody come out of something that you haven't experienced. I've experienced all of it. I don't care where you at, what place you find yourself, there's always a way to advance yourself. I don't care where you at. I've been in dungeons, been thrown down escalators. I still got a knot on my head right now that reminds me never to be stupid again in my life. And I got to look at it. It's a little knot right here. And it always reminds me, boy, don't be stupid. Why? Because I was stupid back then. I was putting my life in jeopardy because of an attitude that I believed that I was, and that was tough. I thought I was the shit. And this girl was like, boy, you ain't shit. You could die tomorrow. It made me change myself. And when I allowed the energy within me, it wasn't nothing outside. It's the energy that dwells in us, that once we hear it, it transforms us. Why do it transform us? Because we came here. We are who we are from the moment we go into the womb. We believe that we grow. Oh, I'm growing. You ain't growing shit. All you got to do is stop and listen to yourself. When we was kids, we was all into ourselves. Man, we would imagine whatever and manifest the shit. we created all kind of stuff when we was kids. I mean, our imagination was limitless. And then we say, I'm an adult now. And yet we bigger children and more dangerous children than we was when we was kids. Why? Because when we was kids, we still had the ability to transform ourselves and grow into something. As we mature, we pick up all these ugly emotions, all these ideas about, oh, they did this to me, I ain't never gonna forgive them. What? You, first of all, nobody can do nothing to you. You do it to you. And when you believe that they are, you need to check yourself, because why? The thing that we feel somebody is doing to us is just saying that you still stuck in that idea that you are who you think you are. When you no longer have that idea in your head no more, people can't do nothing to you. Why? Because you expressing the very thing that the universe put you here to express. You are at that point, you can say, untouchable. Why? Because you're not controlled by the outside forces that dictate to everybody how to move. No, you are controlled by the inner forces that controls everything. So you're always going to be moving in you can say, a rhythmic rise in your frequency. Because life is about rhythm for real. It's about understanding how to move in frequencies that are available to us. There's so many things that are available to us today because we live in the time of the outpouring of knowledge, that there's no excuse why we need to be stupid. No, there is absolutely no excuse. I mean, and when I say kids, hey, they have opportunity to change. But once you cross that age of 30, I'm going to say it again. Once you cross that age of 30, right at 29 and 30, if you're still doing the stupid things you were doing then, you're going to continue doing them all the way into your 50s. Unless something tragic happens. Maybe the Spirit may have mercy on your ass. Hey, but for the most part, I have seen it. I just turned 65. I have plenty examples, damn it. Plenty. And they all look the damn same. So, I'm not speaking to you from a reference point of something I read. I'm speaking from you from a reference point of something that I see every day. Not only out there, in myself, I have to constantly work on this. It's a work that I'm doing every day. Every day presents new challenges. Every day. I don't know. I might have to, water pipe might bust. Now I got to rearrange everything that I thought I was going to do to fix this. Something might happen to one of the puppies that I got to go and give attention to. I never know what it's going to be. But I know one thing. I'm going to be present. The greatest gift we have, I feel, is to be present in the moment and aware of ourselves. When we are present in the moment and aware of ourselves, we are at that point connected to everything. We are God. Why do we want to be anything less than that? When it says that we are all the children of God. Why? Because we always manifested at the exact same time. What happened? What happened was we've been given an idea about who we are supposed to be by society standards. I'm going to tell you, everybody, every single being on this planet have a particular mission that they need to accomplish, not for the world, but for themselves. And when you're doing something that's going to generate energy within yourself, you know what happens? It just pours out into the world. Why? Because the Spirit is going to draw those to you who need to understand the things that you are living, not what you're saying, the things that you are living, so that they can in turn learn to live their own, you can say, journey, because we all on a journey. And yet, the journey that we on, because we've been taught a certain way, we all have to go through the same process of what? Eliminating the things that become hindrances in our lives that we've been taught from this high, see. And we think because we say to ourselves, oh, I'm changing, that you change. That is straight bullshit. I'm going to tell you why. Because I want you guys to really put in your mind what I'm saying. Picture this. Your body, this vehicle, have been everything to you from the moment you came into this earth. And after you're here, then you're told you're certain things and how to act certain ways. So then you're constantly feeding what? One part of yourself. What part is that? This physical expression. So now it comes to a point in your life where now knowledge have come in and say, hey, that's not the way. See what it got you? You need to start listening to me. And that me is you inside, your spirit, your energy self. And when we do that, the first thing our bodies do is rebel. They have to. Why not? You're going to now put your body in second place? Tell your body you the passenger, you no longer the driver? Huh? That's like somebody getting a brand new car and they're Uber driver and they go pick somebody up and the person getting in the car and say, man, this is a nice ass car. Let me drive it. You're going to go, have you lost your... You better just sit back and enjoy this ride. I'm the Uber driver. Our bodies are the same way. Our spirit be like, hey, I made this vehicle. Can I drive it? Can I take this vehicle on the journey that I know is set for us? Your body, this whole thing wakes up and go, hell no. I am not finna put myself through this. Whatever this might be. It might be you moving out of the city and moving into a doggone straw hut. Yeah. The spirit could tell you anything. You don't know what it... We always think that our direction is going to be comfortable. Tell you something about this life. Ain't nothing comfortable. It's not designed to be comfortable. It's designed to spur us forward. Always pushing us closer to ourselves. And when we don't see that these experiences is here to bring us closer to ourselves, then we are in this world lost. Go ahead, Aja.
I feel like you've given a lot. Like you said, a lot. Is there a book on how to perfect this life for dummies out there? Is there a manual with all of this broken down?
Doing that to me. She always wanted to know, all right, well, so where's all this information at? Because she's been telling me, babe, you need to write the book. You need to get the book written. You know, and I agree with her, but I'm not going to sit down and write the book. I mean, I'll sit down and talk to somebody who want to write it, but I'm not going to sit down and write no book.
Oh, well, I think that's the first time you really verbalized that, so I move into phase 2. Right.
I mean, and I agree with her, there should be a book, but I'm not writing it. You know, because I feel like how the Spirit had me give the information that I give is how I give it. So if somebody wants to say, hey man, I need to take this information and put it in the book, all right. You just sit and listen. Transcribe as you please. Right? I'll set it up for you.
We got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, babe. Hey, yeah, you know, I mean, it's real though, because the things that we need, we already have. In reality, we don't need nothing. Everything that we need have already been given to us. And we stumble around here talking about, I want this, I want that. That's our problem. We always want some shit. I mean, when you have the ability to attain something, you see it, you get it. You ain't got to want for a damn thing, ever. We need to change how we perceive our world. This world here is what we created. To enjoy it, we created all this, that. So we can smell the flowers. We can taste the earth. We can do all this thing. Why? Because as energy bodies, we can't taste nothing. We don't feel none of that. We had to create a body that we can experience our own creation with. And yet we get in these bodies and forget that we created it. We believe that it created us. Well, look who showed up. My sister and my nephew. Well, it's glad to have y'all.
Pleasure.
I got it.
Hey, we'll continue. Right now, we got the crew here. Glad to have the crew. Y'all can introduce yourself. Oh, you got yours up. Where's your phone at? You need to bring it?
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, we wanted to come together. No, I just wanted to bring us together because, you know, you've been hearing that we're getting ready to create one umbrella that we are going to be under. So, you know, and these are the two, that's the impetus behind it. So I felt they should have their ass right here.
Nice.
My lovely sister, I love her. My nephew, he's my nigga. So, you know, I mean, for real, they are the thrust of what we're doing right now, you know, because I understand that every generation that comes into this manifestation that we call Earth, we have a certain energy that is generated down genome lines, and they represent the new. I'm here to assist them, but they are the faces of USHA, they are the faces of healing, they are the faces of they are the legacy. They are the legacy. They are doing what needs to be done to get this thing to another level, and I'm here to assist them. So I am glad to be a part of what they're doing. I mean, I give hats off to Saama, like I always say, because, you know, she had to start taking care of this when she was just a little, you know, little 22-year-old turd. Nah, she always been a beauty. Hey, I've been with this young lady ever since she was this high. I took Saama everywhere with me because I was like, I got a little sister. That was like a whole opportunity again. And now I come here 20-something years later and got a whole nother little sister, Iowa. Oh my goodness. You know, when she was a little kid, then I was still younger myself, so I wanted to run around and do shit. And now Ty would be jumping all on my back. I'd be like, girl, I can handle it, but I don't want to. But she's still, you know, a little girl, so, you know, I love her for who she is. But yes, this is the face of what we all about, you know, and I appreciate them for stepping up and saying, hey, we got to keep this thing going. Because, you know, we can all go out there and do things on our own, but when we come together, we create even more power. And that's what this coming together is all about. That we creating power. We creating enough power to we're going to generate enough power, and we are doing it now, to heal whatever ailment comes to us. There's nothing that the human body can't reverse. It's that it kills us here. We tell ourselves, oh, the doctor said I'm going to die in 6 months. Who in the hell, doctor? When did doctors become gods? I don't know. Because ain't no doctor ever can tell me. I got so much time to live. A doctor told me that by the time I was going to be 40-something, I wouldn't be able to walk because I tore all the ligaments in my knee. He said, if you don't get the surgery, you're going to be in a wheelchair. I haven't even looked at a wheelchair, let alone sat in one. So we got to trust ourselves. Bottom line, don't let nobody tell you what is for you. You better figure that out for yourself. And when you do, hey, good health is all that you're going to see. Why? Because part of our sickness starts right here in our own head. By letting somebody tell us that, oh, we saw this in our x-ray, and then we show it to you. When you allow that kind of stuff, then you are subjecting yourself to what they say. when you don't subject yourself to what they say, then your reality is totally different. You make the difference. I mean, Sheena, you know, I mean, I heard her testimony about what, you know, she had to experience. And, hey, hats off to you. Why? Because, you know, you stuck in there and was like, hell no, ain't nothing going to defeat me.
Right.
That's right.
Nothing is here to defeat us. Everything is here to challenge us to be greater than what we are. That's all. And with that, you know, I talk too much. I know they got something to say.
It's T. You know, it's all right. It's Tone Up Thursday. And Tone Up Thursday to me is where we tone our minds, our bodies, and our soul, or we do something that change or impacts the bond. Like my grandfather, like my uncle just said, and like the legacy of what my grandfather stood on was healing. So if we have the tools to heal every illness, like my uncle said, what we going to the doctor for? But, you know, the more I get into healing, the more I see that our generations are so scared and in fear to where we don't want change, or we scared of change. And it's like, how long can we watch doctors put our family on medications? They go through dialysis, go through chemo, then put them on hospice because now the doctor killed them, exhausted all the insurance, got all the money out of them. Then it's like, the hell with you. It's like, how long we gonna continue to let doctors do this? And it's like, your doctor don't cure the common cold. And I watched these three heal a lot of people, along with my grandfather. So it's like, the odds, we always beat the odds. When those doctors say, well, just go ahead and get this surgery. For instance, Sheena was here last February when I came. She told me her journey, told me her story. She had an illness. The determination, I saw it in her face. This woman was dedicated. She had faith. She basically said, the hell with these doctors. Now she got the results that she wanted. She back here. And it's not February. So it shows when you put your mind to something and you have the will and the faith, you will get healed. But if you go into this, shit, I'm going to still eat chicken. I'm going to eat this bacon. I'm going to go vegan. I'm going to do all these things and expect to get healed. Then it's like, I didn't lose no weight. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Well, you still have protein powders that you consume daily. It's not possible. But with the herbs, the proper diet, faith, I'm looking at testimonies right here.
That's what USHA plays.
They're coming straight out the ground where I took you yesterday. So the elements of USHA is like watching that movie. It reminded me of like Wakanda, where the people had the vibranium. We don't have vibranium, we have the water. We have the minerals, we have the diet, we have the food. And with your faith, we can heal right here at USHA, which is, what's a beautiful thing. Saama, you want to say? You want to take us away with USHA? You've been here the longest.
So yeah, definitely the water gives you a lot of benefits and makes your body more alkaline because it comes from an underground of a river which contains multiple minerals, and it oxygenates your skin, your brain, your body in general, so it's very beneficial. As well as the herbs that we provide here because they basically grow here. So you're taking those fresh herbs daily. It's going to help you heal faster with the water, plus the alkaline diet also.
You like it fresh.
Of course.
So tell them a little bit about the bitters, because the bitters, it's been a struggle for all of them
That is, you know what,
Yeah,
though, I'm
so
gonna
they're
say that.
bitter because they're concentrate.
That's
Like
right.
it's a process. Like it's not like you just boil all the plants and that's it. You're gonna drink it. It takes maximum 3 to 4 days to prepare them because they have to go over certain types of infusions and boiling and that. So that's why it's bitter because it's concentrate.
Right, they don't yield their properties readily to water. You got to boil it and boil it. Keep adding water and
Exactly.
boiling it. And by the time that's done, oh
gonna be-
my goodness, it's going to be an experience. Because, you know, I watched plenty come here and they be like, Sebi say, hey, come on, we got the bitters. And they drink them, and as soon as they get it right at their, you know, they
Gag
taste
reflex.
buds,
Ready to
they
come
get a
out.
reaction. They start throwing up. Why? Because we're not used to that kind of bitterness. But what that I always just would tell folks is that, you know, there's two sides to life. There's the sweet side and there's the bitter side. And when we understand how to incorporate both into our life and let them both be beneficial, oh my goodness, we start moving on a whole nother level. So enjoy them bitters. Go, oh yeah, they bitter, but it's good. Just take it down. Be a G. Be a GG.
Be a G. Any questions? No questions.
So, what do you think would be the most beneficial bitter or supplement for people to take that don't really know what they need? Like, let's say they're not having a disease process. They just want to improve their life, improve their functioning.
Mm-hmm.
What could they be doing if they can't come here, but they still want the products, they still want the process, they still want to know what to do? Because everybody don't have a passport, and some people not going to be able to just fly to USHA.
Well, you know, he have products. USHA really sell products.
Mm-hmm.
I have products. We all have products. So, you know, and consultations are always available. So, it's not that you have to come here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it wherever you at. All we are saying is that the results of them coming here is way different than the results they're going to get when they're at the house. Why? Because they still in that environment they got sick in.
Right.
Because the environment is sick. And when you come here, this environment was designed from this very inception for healing. And that energy been here and going to stay here as long as Bowmans are here.
Of course. And the best way to start their healing journey is changing their diet, which will be turned into an alkaline diet.
Yeah, and then, you know, on top of the alkaline diet, you're able to receive minerals such as the sea moss.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Sea moss.
able to get the testo or the warrior caps or the mel balance. You're able to get the what's it called? I forget the busters. What's the
Wild busters.
Yeah, you can get those, and you can get the lympholine. There's so many products that we have.
And they all help.
And they all are healing properties for the body. Why? Because you got to think, the average American consume, let's just say on a level of 75% of your food is processed.
Yeah.
Or genetically modified in the laboratory. Or you're eating food-like products, which are products that come from 7-Eleven, you know, things that sit on the shelf for a very long time. So it's like, at the end of the day, as soon as these minerals hit your body, it's like your body, picture your body like a car. If you don't get an oil change, the car begin to move different. Gas, move out, go slower. It's running out faster. Your transmission, you know, you could damage it. So if you consider your body like a car, and your transmission is your gut, your central nervous system, and you have to flush the transmission after so often, why don't we flush out our bodies the way we flush our cars? If we looked at our car like our bodies, now we can take blood purifier, that's for the blood, which is changing your oil. Now you can take this detox cleanser or this chelation, that's going to cleanse the gut, the kidney, the liver, the pancreas, detoxify all the bacteria. People who's lacking, you know, who suffer from constipation, you know, now they're eliminating more frequently. People who have addictions from sugar, we have products for that. That's where the bitters come in. You see now, I'm noticing how sugar cravings are decreasing instantly. Why? Because now you taking the bitters here at USHA. You taking that Maya. You taking that CC4. And you like, Lord Jesus, my stomach. I need to just stay here for a minute. But now, but then it's like now you like, wow. You look in the mirror. You like, I'm lighter. I feel different. You're eliminating waste that you've been having for so long. That's just been sitting in the body. That's toxic. So the minerals, you can get that. That's not hard. Like Marco said, we can set up a consultation.
Okay,
Any more questions?
Any questions? Any questions?
I mean, we're here to say that things just getting ready to get better.
I don't have
That's all.
anything.
It's getting ready to get better.
I'm just enjoying my time here. It's more of a statement, I guess, just to say that everything you guys are saying is actually true. I feel all of that since I've been here. Definitely lighter, thanks to the CC4 and those bitters and duck and so much.
do it to you, don't it?
Yes, but it was needed. You know, I was one of those people that didn't have frequent bowel movements, and that can't be good for the body. We all know that. So to be able to go once, twice, maybe 3 times a day is a blessing, because I'm just doing nothing but ridding my body of all the toxins that have been built up over the course of the years.
Yes.
And this diet is immaculate. It's amazing. Thank God for that. And I learned that in the past couple of years, that these sugar cravings was something that I kind of got accustomed to. I've never had that problem before. It's been so difficult, and I guess that just speaks to sugar cravings and being pre-diabetic and all of that. So I'm happy I'm here to fix all those issues.
When we have opportunities are vast. Information is out there. All they have to do is do a little research. That's it. Just not a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like it was before. Exactly. So when you're asking the question, you got to ask yourself, well, damn, let me find out. We good to get on Instagram. We want to get on Facebook. We want to get on all these little platforms, Twitter, TikTok, all this stuff. But all that information is out there, even on them platforms. So when you really want information, it's available. It's available. Use what's available. That's all I got to say.
And it's like we've been accustomed to eat meat for so long. That's one of the causes of colon cancer, is because a cow gets cancer. It's not hereditary that people get the same diseases if everybody eating the same food. That's filled with bacteria. Right. That you can't get life from something that's dead like a cow. You're gonna get the hormones. You're gonna get the preservatives. You're gonna tell me it's protein.
All that class coming out.
And you clogging your arteries and raising your raising your blood pressure. Between sugar and meat, those are the 2 leading things that's causing our blood pressure to skyrocket. But I really think sugar is doing more harm than meat, because diabetes is at its highest. Are between the ages of 20 to 25, they got high blood pressure already. Borderline diabetic, obese. It's a lot going on in our society that we're not paying attention to. And we addicted to sodas. We're addicted to sugars. The top things we want the most is either some soda, some candy, some cookies, some cakes, and some ice cream.
That was definitely a alcoholic.
Those are the 5 things. And those things is creating a lot of mucus, clogging your arteries, slowing down the frequencies in your brain, clogging your bloodstream, your white cells to get compromised. Why is that? Why do you want that for your life? Because we all say we're going to die from something. Well, I don't want to die from sugar and meat.
So I got a question for either one of you, or can one of you speak to how the habit, the acting, the doing, and eating like that is connected to like either stress or fear or anxiety or something? So it's more of it's a thought and emotion that man.
The environment that's toxic. So
It affects
You
your
allow-
neurological
Right,
system
go ahead,
and
Auntie.
nervous system. Sorry.
Go ahead. I'll let you
No,
talk.
sorry.
Go ahead. Tell us.
tell us, girl. I wanna
Yeah,
hear.
so actually those are the foods that affect your nervous system and neurological system, and when they're both compromised, you start to have this illness such as anxiety, they say, and all these nervous conditions. So doctors, they just fill you up with pills and stuff, but they don't really tell you that it's the food that caused it. But if you have a healthy diet, then you shouldn't be having these problems.
Right.
Yeah. Even with kids, when they have ADHD, so-called ADHD and all those things, it's the food that's causing it.
Right, but you know, we know that the habit, like someone who is eating unhealthy doesn't have a healthy mind. Like it starts
Of
in the
course.
mind before it even manifests in what they decide to eat. Because someone who's loving themselves is going to choose
But they grew
foods.
up eating that way, so it like they get addicted to it, and when
Yeah.
they stop eating like that, then that's when they feel the
Mm-hmm.
pressure to start eating
Yeah.
more of that.
Yeah,
They get
emotional
angry.
eating.
They get
Yeah,
angry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I understand what you're saying. Auntie.
That's
You
like
know,
comfort.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
they
a
get
lot of
used to
people
it.
get used to. You know, you can be in a great space, and then all of a sudden, it could be a job, a relationship, something went wrong. Oh, I'm going to every restaurant. I'm going to eat this pain away.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not eating pain away. You are creating more sickness and pain for yourself. That person I moved on, or that job don't care, or whatever you thinking of, whatever the perception in your mind is causing you to go react and damage you, then that's the problem. That's the addiction part of it. Because now you're saying, okay, well, this man done left me. This one, man, I'm gonna sit here and eat this ice cream. I'm gonna play the PlayStation. I'm gonna go to this restaurant. And let's be real, you gonna say, fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch
Right.
or whatever. And it's like, why do we still use words like this in this day and time? We are kings and queens, and we acting like peasants because of the conditions of the food that we consume.
Exactly, and that's why your grandpa used to talk about the 3 commandments of Uru as well, which had to do a lot with that. First, you gotta put yourself first and love yourself first before you love other people and so and so. It's on Google. You guys could Google it.
Yeah.
Google it,
Follow
everybody. Yeah, no.
Commandments?
Yeah, 3 commandments of Urua.
Urwa.
Mhm.
So one was love yourself.
Yes,
You gotta love
and there
you
was
first.
this other ones that says you're not gonna put in your body anything that hurts. It could either be foods or people,
Drugs.
in general.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we in an era where you should be respecting your temple more than ever because of that adversity that we just overcame. We just overcame a pandemic and a lot, and you still talking about cheeseburgers, fries, steaks, poisoning yourself, eating unhealthy. Shit, I'm still Netflix and chilling. You got all these bags of food in front of your door every hour. And then you look in the mirror and you mad at yourself, but you don't have any control to say, you know what? Let me look myself in the mirror and say, am I happy with myself? And this is where depression begins. This is how anxiety and insomnia is created. Why? Because you don't have no control on what you putting on your force, and you have created an addiction that now is hard. Even with drugs, I say sugar is a drug.
It absolutely is.
Sugar is a drug. It's very cancer causing. It causes leukemia. It's gonna cause diabetes, and we love it. And it's bleached, and it's white. Why do we love it? Come on, we gotta wake up.
And I know a lot of people, like you were saying, can't come here, but honestly, that's what's beautiful about this environment. When you change your environment and you're around the right type of diet, you're forced to do the right thing.
Right.
So it's a great investment to come here because mentally you probably are prepared, thank God. But then if your environment is fucked up, if you living across the street from McDonald's next to a bodega and then your people's coming over and cooking food that is no longer good for you, all that mental health that you had built up, the courage to gain, it's not going to benefit you because your environment is still toxic.
That's Right.
So if you can hop on a plane and come here, I swear for God, do it. Like I said, I'm here on my birthday. I'm used to getting drunk, Grey Goose up, eating whatever. And I was like, that's not what I want for myself. The only way for me to get exactly what it is I want, I have to change my environment. So this is the perfect environment for me. So
And I wanted to add the vibe of your tribe will come to you, so you'll find the people who eat like you right where you are. You'll be invited to things right where you are, and you'll find it, like, so people can feel encouraged by, like, just start right where you are, start small, and you'll wind up at USHA. Or a place like USHA, but you can go to the park in your local area and zone right on out.
And it's
don't
good
be
that
afraid
you
to do
said
it
that.
alone.
Yeah.
Say that. But yeah, you're right. Your tribe will come.
Yeah, that's true, because I know plenty of times I used to be on my way home from work and stop at the park and go, I got to take 5 because I know when I'm getting ready to go into that house. So let me go sit in the park. And it's sad that we get to a state where you have to go into a place of tranquilness before you go to your own house.
Refuge.
It's sad. I mean, because, that speaks of the state of our being. That's all part of the state of our consumption. So, hey, we here, y'all. Y'all seeing it. We ready to do whatever it takes to get you where you want to be.
That's the goal.
But the work comes from y'all. I mean, we can only guide you. But the work, you have to do it for yourself because, like I was saying before, we're rewarded by our actions. So when we act as if, hey, I am not that person no more, this is what I'm about, hey, the whole